Ooh, take a look at this. Why did the dog sit under the cow? Why did the dog sit under the cow? Because it wanted a pat on the head. It wanted a pat on the head. Do you get it? It's a joke. It's a joke. Now, these kinds of jokes in English are called one-liners. One-liners, because they're very short. They're just one line, right? Why did the dog sit under the cow? Because it wanted a pat on the head. Okay, so these are just called one-liners. Now, other jokes in English, maybe they're longer, like a story or something like that. So those kinds of jokes are different, but these kinds of jokes are called one-liners. And in this lesson, I'm going to teach you some one-liners. I'm going to tell you some one-liner jokes. Okay, so hey, if you like jokes, I would be so happy if you subscribe to my channel right down there. Okay, so I'll explain this joke to you. You probably didn't get it, right? So a pat on the head means what we do with a dog, like, oh, you're such a good doggy, aren't you? You're such a good doggy. I'm patting the dog on the head. It's like I'm petting the dog. I'm patting the dog on the head. You're such a good doggy, right? That's called a pat on the head. Now, a cow patty is that. Okay, that's a cow patty, all right? So why did the dog sit under the cow? Because it wanted a pat on the head. Okay, so the word pat sort of has two meanings, right? I don't know. Okay, so take a look at this joke here. Did you hear about the shampoo shortage in Jamaica? It was dreadful. Did you hear about the shampoo shortage in Jamaica? Do you know what the word shortage means? The word shortage means when the supply is not enough to meet the demand. So the demand is high, but there's not enough supply. Like if there is a water shortage in a country, that's really bad. That's a serious situation. That means people want water, but there's not enough water to meet the demand. Well, here it's a shampoo shortage, right? Did you hear about the shampoo shortage in Jamaica? It was dreadful. It was dreadful. The word dreadful means terrible. That's terrible. That's dreadful. Dreadful. Okay. But dread also has another meaning. This kind of hair is called dreads or dreadlocks. Dreadlocks, okay? So each one of these pieces is a dread. Do you have dreads? Maybe I should get dreads here at Mad English TV. Maybe I would get more subscribers on my YouTube channel if I had dreads. What do you think? Do you think I would get more subscribers if I had dreads? Let me know down in the comments if you think I should grow out my hair and get dreads. I don't even know how you get dreads. I've never had dreads. I've never researched it. Do you just grow out your hair and does it just happen naturally, or do you have to go to a hairdresser and they sort of what do they put in there? Glue? I don't know. It's like a chunk of hair. It's sort of crazy. But anyway, that's what a dread is. So look at the joke. Did you hear about the shampoo shortage in Jamaica? It was dreadful. Okay. This word here, dread, it has two meanings. That's why this is funny. That's why these kinds of jokes are funny, because they have two meanings. Now, if something has more than one meaning, it's called a pun. A pun. Okay, so a lot of jokes are funny because one word in the joke or one phrase might have more than one meaning. Okay, more than one meaning. So remember, that's called a pun. Okay, so let's look at this joke. What did the tailor think of his new job? What did the tailor think of his new job? It was so-so. It was so-so. Okay, do you know what a tailor is? A tailor is a person who sews things, right? So it was so. This is how you spell that kind of so. But you know what so means, right? So means all right. Not too great, not too bad. I'm so. It was so. Okay, so his job was so, right? Like this. So. Okay, it's a different spelling, but it sounds the same. So that's the thing. When we tell jokes, we use words. We don't read a joke. Okay, so most of the time, it's more funny when you hear a joke than when you read a joke, right? Because if you can't see the spelling of these words, and I say it was so, then you have to think, then you don't know which, you realize it has two meanings, right? So, I mean, that's the pun. So the pun is this, so. There's another loud plane flying over my house. It distracted me in my last video, and now it's distracting me again. I need to live in a part of the world where there are no planes. I need to live far away from an airport so I don't get distracted by planes. Okay, so where do sheep go to get haircuts? And where do sheep go to get haircuts? To the baba shop. To the baba shop. Do you get it? Baba sounds like barber. Okay, so if you want to get a haircut, you go to a barber shop. Baba. A sheep says ba. Baba. Okay, there's a song in English for kids called Baba Black Sheep. Have you ever heard it? It's like, Baba Black Sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. I can't remember the rest of the song. But anyway, that's what Baba means. Okay, so Baba shop, barber shop. Okay, so this is the pun. The pun, okay. Okay, take a look at this. Why did the baby strawberry cry? Why did the baby strawberry cry? Because his parents were in a jam. His parents were in a jam. Now, where do you think the pun is? Which word is the pun? Do you know? The pun is the word jam. That has 2 meanings. Okay, one meaning is like the jam that you put on your toast in the morning, right? To eat. Strawberry jam, right? Strawberry jam is probably the most common kind of jam around the world, okay? But jam also has another meaning, which means to be in a bad situation, right? A bad situation is a jam, like a traffic jam, right? If you're driving down the road and suddenly there's a traffic jam, beep, 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 hey, move. You know, all the cars are trying to go, but nobody can move because there's a traffic jam. Okay, so why did the baby strawberry cry? Because his parents were in a jam. I don't know. These kinds of jokes, they're kind of stupid. You know, if a joke is not very funny, we say lame. That's a lame joke. Okay, so a lot of one-liners are sort of lame. If you hear a bad joke, you can just say, that's a lame joke. That's not even funny. It's lame. Hey, I want you to tell me a one-liner. Okay? Post it down there in the comments. Just a one-liner. Not a huge story joke. Just a one-liner. Practice. Okay? Post your joke down there in the comments, and I'll see you over in the next episode of Mad English TV. Take care.